We have been talking about state championship week all show long, and now in studio to talk a little more about it, Rockwall-Heath head coach Rodney Webb. Coach, so happy to have you here. Thank you for your time. And I feel like we need to start with Galena Park North Shore and Duncanville once again. The fifth time these two are facing off, and you and I were discussing, it feels like Duncanville's got a pretty good shot here. This is a special team that you know pretty well.
Yeah, they knocked us out this year in the second round, so we got to see them up close and in person. And I can tell you that, they are a dominant team, both sides of the ball. They're very well coached. They've got great personnel. They've been winning on average in the playoffs by 41 points a game. So nobody's been able to touch them up to this point. Incredible team speed offensively and just a suffocating defense. So, I would certainly say they've got the odds-on, they're the odds-on favorites to win it again this year.
And they only have one loss this year, and that's against DeSoto, who I want to talk about now. Looking for a back-to-back state championship, coming off that big win over South Lake Carroll, a classic matchup. They're going to take on Summer Creek out of the Houston area, and it feels like on paper that they should be favored pretty heavily in that game as well. What are your thoughts on DeSoto's chances to win another state championship?
Yeah, I would agree. I think heavy favorites. I think Summer Creek is an up-and-coming program down in the Houston area. Kenny Harrison's the head coach down there, one of the elite guys in our profession. But, with DeSoto, they have been dominant as well this year. And, they are massive. They are so big up front. They've got a big running back. Against South Lake today, South Lake's got a great defense. They went for 630 yards and only threw the ball 12 times today. So I think you've got to donate so many bodies to try to stop them in the running game. It gives them a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and they're good enough to make you pay.
Speaking of and sticking with the familiar teams and familiar faces theme, let's talk about Aledo trying to win that UIL record 12th state championship in football, but with a new coach now. Robbie Jones leading the way. They clearly didn't miss a beat. They're getting ready to take on Smithson Valley out of the San Antonio area. Is Aledo the big favorite in this one once again? Tell me a little about what they're facing this week.
I think they're a favorite. They're a team that has all the confidence in the world. They have nine or 10 state championships to their credit, and there's something called program confidence. And even though some of those kids have never been on the field to win it before, they've got the confidence of the people that came before them. So I feel like they're going to be a big favorite. Smithson Valley, they played in this game a few times several years ago. Larry Hill is a phenomenal coach, legendary coach down in that part of the state. They're going to play great defense. They're going to be great on special teams, but I just don't think they have the personnel to be able to play with Aledo.
And then South Oak Cliff quickly going for the three-peat, taking on Port Neches Grove. It feels like they're a favorite in that game as well. What do you think?
Yeah, a rematch from last year. It was a 10-point game last year. South Oak Cliff is rolling. They're playing very well at the right time. Their only two losses this year to Duncanville and DeSoto. So, they're rolling as well. Another team that's got great personnel. And they're playing their best football at the right time.
DFW well represented. Coach, really appreciate you being in studio previewing. I cannot wait for state championship week.